Yoruba Council replies ex-President Jonathan, not judiciary, but Inec damaging Nigerians' democracy. Good morning everyone, and thank you all for tuning in and listening to this headline that we got your ears this morning. As our headline for this morning today says here that Yoruba Council replies ex-President Jonathan, not judiciary, but Inec damaging Nigerians' democracy. YCW President Hassan Dotun refuted former President Goodluck Jonathan, claimed that the judiciary is undermining Nigerians' democracy. Dotun asserted that the real issue lies with the lack of independence within the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). Dotun emphasized that INEC's operations are compromised due to its subordination to the president. FCT Abuja, in a strong reply to the former President Goodluck Jonathan's recent remarks about the judiciary's impact on Nigerian democracy, the Yoruba Council worldwide has asserted that the real threat against the country's democracy comes from the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). You will recall that the former president had stated that many politicians would avoid court if the judiciary were fair in election disputes. Disagreement with Jonathan's perspective. Instead, Hassan firmly believes that INEC's lack of independence and susceptibility to exclusive influence are the main challenges facing Nigerians' democracy. He said, "The issue befalling our democracy are not as former President Goodluck Jonathan suggests. The judiciary does not make the loser the winner. I beg to disagree with him 100%. The major issue we face in determining how our democracy thrives in this country is INEC. Call for INEC independency." Hassan highlighted the influence the presidency has over INEC appointments, arguing that that this undermines the commission neutrality and effectiveness. Hassan called for a reformation where INEC operates independently from the executive branch. He said, "Until we have an independent INEC that is not under the control of the president, who appoints the national INEC chairman and state returning officers, our democracy will suffer." This exclusive influence was bitterly affected by the growth of our democracy. Reflection on Yar'Adua's admission. Hassan recalled the late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, who admitted that the election process which brought him to power was flawed, pointed out that Jonathan, as Yar'Adua's successor, was part of that administration, benefiting from what was acknowledged as a compromised election. Hassan said the only president who confessed that the process that brought him into power was made with extreme irregularity was the late President Yar'Adua. The former President Jonathan was part of that government and benefited from a woeful election. I thought he would use his speech to call for a review of the appointment process of the INEC chairman. Jonathan speaks on uprightness of judiciary. In another report, former President Goodluck Jonathan said that many politicians would avoid court if the judiciary were fair in election disputes. Jonathan made these remarks on Tuesday, June, in Asaba, the capital of Delta, during the inauguration of the state's new High Court complex. And that was all that was said concerning this headline today, which says here that Yoruba Council replies ex-President Jonathan, not judiciary, but INEC damaging Nigerian democracy. And before we move on, don't forget, if you're not part of this team, don't forget to tap that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and leave a like on this video to get more headline concerning this in the nearest future. For now, our headline this morning says here that Yoruba Council, they replied to the ex-president Jonathan, saying that not the judiciary but INEC who is damaging Nigerians' democracy. And the president of this Yoruba Council, the YWC President Hassan Dotun, he said that he disagreed with what the ex-president Jonathan said, because Jonathan said that it is the judiciary that is damaging the Nigerian democracy. But this man said, and I really like what this man said, that it is not the judiciary but it's the INEC. So that until we have an independent INEC, because the INEC of Nigeria is not even an independent one. The INEC, the chairman of the INEC is picked by the president, and that is not good. Imagine me as the president of Nigeria and I'm picking the INEC, the chairman of the INEC. There will be some if try to understand, there will be some behind the scenes talk now. Yes, now there's corruption everywhere. So that until we have an independent INEC, then Nigerians' democracy will be safe. So that it is INEC that has been damaging the democracy of Nigeria. Even it's also recorded that former president of Nigeria who have died, Musa Yar'Adua, is the only president that confessed that the the election that brought him into power was a fraud election, like it was a rigged election. Yaradua confessed that. So that even Jonathan, the president, was one of the politicians that benefited from that fraud, from that rigged election. Yes, said Jonathan was one of the politicians that benefited from that. I really like what this man said concerning the INEC. Said that until we can have an independent INEC, then Nigerian democracy will be much stronger. Said that even the said that if the judiciary of, like Jonathan said, if the judiciary of Nigeria was fair, then government, the politicians will be avoiding courts concerning election disputes. The politicians will be avoiding court because they know that they cannot rig the judiciary. Well, I think that we need to work on our judiciary. We also need to work on concerning this INEC. What Jonathan said is not bad, it's a very good point. What this man said too is not bad, it's a very good point. Two of them made a very good point. And to make the democracy of Nigeria even more stronger, is if Nigerians can work on the judiciary, to make the judiciary fair, and also make sure that we have an independent INEC. That's when we know that the election was fair. Yes, that's when we know that truly the election was fair. Let me just read one comment from the comment section. As this person says, they both are culpable in damaging democracy in Nigeria. Which arm of government keep issuing conflicting law pronouncement? It is INEC. Like I said, these two things, Jonathan and what Mr. Azan said, two of them are capable of destroying a company's democracy. Or what do you guys think? Let me see your comment below in the comment section. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, then tap that subscribe button here, the big red one, and the notification bell, so that anytime I have any new video concerning this, you'll be the first to get notified about it. Once again, thank you all for tuning in and have a wonderful day ahead of you.